Have you ever just stopped and stared at a rainbow? I mean, really stared at it. It feels like actual magic, right? This giant, perfect arc of color that just seems to pop into the sky after a storm. But here's the thing. It's not magic at all. It's pure physics. So let's get into it. We're going to unpack one of nature's absolute coolest optical illusions.
So what is it really? We know it's got something to do with sun and rain, but why the perfect curve? Why those specific colors in that exact order? And maybe the biggest question of all, why does it seem to follow you wherever you go? To figure that out, we have to start with the main ingredient, sunlight.
That's right. The whole journey to understanding a rainbow, it actually starts with understanding the light that makes it. It's something we see every single day, but it's hiding a pretty colorful secret.
To us, sunlight just looks, white, or maybe kind of yellowish. But in reality, that one beam of light is a mashup of every single color in the visible spectrum, all traveling together as one.
And you know these colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Now here's the key. Each of these colors travels as a wave, but each one has a slightly different wavelength. That tiny little difference is everything. It's the whole reason rainbows even happen. Just remember that. White light is a team of colors, and each color plays by slightly different rules.
Okay, so that brings us to our second ingredient. We've got the light, now we need the rain. But these aren't just drops of water. The moment sunlight hits them, they turn into something way more interesting.
So when that beam of sunlight, packed with all its hidden colors, hits a raindrop, it actually slows down and bends. The scientific name for this is refraction. And because each color has a different wavelength, like we just talked about, each one bends at a slightly different angle. This is the moment, the exact moment, the colors start to split apart. You've definitely seen a glass prism do this, right? It takes that white light and shatters it into a full rainbow. Well, a single, tiny raindrop does the exact same thing. So just imagine, after a storm, the sky is filled with billions, literally billions of these little, perfect, sphere-shaped prisms, all just falling through the air. But here's the thing. Just bending the light once isn't really enough to create those super bright, vivid colors we see. Something else has to happen inside the raindrop. It's a crucial step that basically acts like an amplifier for the light. Let's follow one little beam of light. Okay, so first it enters the raindrop and bends. That's step one, the first separation. But then, instead of going straight through, it hits the back of the raindrop and reflects inward, kind of like bouncing off a tiny, curved mirror. Finally, it travels back to the front of the drop and exits, bending a second time as it goes back into the air. That combo, two bends and one reflection, is what really spreads those colors out and makes them pop.
Okay, so we've got our light, it's split into colors. We've got our raindrops acting like tiny prisms and mirrors, but that still doesn't explain the giant arc in the sky. Why is it a perfect curve? Well, the answer is just pure, beautiful geometry.
And this is the magic number, 42 degrees. This angle is, and I mean this, everything. It's the precise, non-negotiable angle that makes the whole rainbow show possible for us to see.
And this angle is super specific. Because of all that physics we just talked about, red light will always leave a raindrop at an angle of about 42 degrees from where the sunbeam came in. Violet light exits at 40 degrees, and all the other colors are sandwiched in between. Now your eye, standing where you are, can only catch the light from the raindrops that are at that exact angle relative to you. All the drops at 42 degrees, they form the red band. All the drops at 40 degrees, they form the violet one. And there it is, your arc.
And this, right here, brings us to what I think is the most mind-blowing part of all this. If the rainbow totally depends on the angle between the sun, the raindrop, and your eye, what does that really mean about the rainbow itself? It means a rainbow isn't a thing. It's not an object. You can't fly to the end of it because it doesn't really have an end. It's not in one specific place. It's an optical effect that only exists because of your specific position. It's an illusion, a beautiful painting made of light and water just for you.
Think about that. Seriously, if you're standing next to someone and you're both looking at what you think is the same rainbow, you're not. You are actually seeing two completely different rainbows. The light hitting your eyes is coming from a totally different set of raindrops than the ones hitting theirs. Every single rainbow you have ever seen in your entire life has been your own personal experience. So the next time you see one stretching across the sky, you'll know exactly what you're looking at. It's not a thing you can touch, but a perfect, fleeting alignment of the sun, the rain, and you. A little moment of incredible physics creating something unique just for your eyes to see. Because in the end, that's what a rainbow is: sunlight, raindrops, and the perfect viewing angle.